right, guys, welcome to this Thursday morning London session with yours truly, DreDayFX. So usually we start at 3, but this morning we're gonna start now. Um, had a typical difficulty on my end, so I apologize for it. So we're just gonna start to look at basically setups that were sent out with the Enigma system and see if we have any setups here currently. So I'm just gonna pull up my chart so we could start looking at those setups. So hopefully everyone had a great week of trading, and I hope you crushed it this week. I'm just gonna pull up my stuff here. Perfect. Great. So I'm going to share my screen. So for today's session, we're going to be here from 4 to 5 and see if we had good setups here. Perfect. All right. So if you're already a member, you already saw that there was two setups that were sent out here at 3 and one at 1 and another one at midnight. But we're going to look at this alert specifically. The reason why is that I personally took the trade on it, and it was really a good ROI. This one smashed all of the TP zones that was shown. So let's analyze this one. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna remove some stuff on the chart so it's gonna be clearer for everyone to see. All right, perfect. So this setup was sent out at at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it was 5 hours ago, and basically this setup was sent out on this candle. So I'm just gonna do a bar replay for you, so you could see exactly the actual layout and how it worked, and the reason why I took the trade way before the actual move. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed it down and start the bar replay. Perfect. So basically, this is the actual candle that the trade was pushed out. Okay, and as you could see, there was basically up candle. Okay, and then it went to a down candle, but the down candle was engulfing the previous candle. Okay, as you all know, if you see that, most of the time is a reversal pattern. Okay, and depending exactly on where you're in the market. And secondly, you have to look at exactly if there were basically some, I would call that imbalance in the market. Okay, and how you could see the imbalance here, and it's here. Okay, in that box, as it's shown. So this box was personally put from our CEO and me. Basically, we were looking at the actual same trade at the same time, and we analyzed that it made sense to take the trade based on his analysis and based on my personal analysis. So basically, based on our actual framework of trade, if it made sense to take it. Okay, so basically, we had even Seuss was on that mastermind that we had, and that's what we saw. Okay, so since there were basically an imbalance here in price, so the price rallied really down really quick, and then went back to that zone and went down. It was a perfect setup for continuing for a downtrend. If we look at the higher time frame, and you're gonna see that we're still bearish here. Okay, so there was bearish movement. We're in a 4 hour. Let's look at the 6 hour, same thing. Even the 12 hour, we're still bearish for the last few weeks, right? And if we look at the daily, it was still bearish. Okay, so by looking at that, and by looking at other parameters that you have on your end, it would make sense uh, to um, to take this trade. Okay, so basically, I entered at market execution. Okay, and the even though the entry was at that price 60.67, it never went to that price. Okay, so that's why you have to analyze exactly if it makes sense to take the trade at the market execution price. That was 60.55.8 roughly, and or a pending order here. So basically what I had here, I was a market execution, and then I had a pending order on just to make sure that if, let's say, the price rallied back up, I would have maybe another position for a sell, for a continuation for a down. But in that particular example, in that case, this one never went back up. It went straight down. And if we continue the replay, you're gonna see. So within that first hour, it was down. And me personally, I came out at the beginning of the second, basically at midnight, midnight 05 or whatnot. So I was already out of the market because my target was, originally my target was at 60.20 at least, so a little bit under the TP3, but I was able to secure more profit here by trailing it, and then I, based on my um, trading plan within the hour. If I'm already in TP3 within the hour, I'm out of the market. Okay, so basically my target here originally was at 60, but my other target was here at that wick. Okay, so that was at 59.90, but I went out here at 59. Let me look at my phone. 59. Sorry. So 15, yeah, 59.98. I was out. Okay. So 59, no, sorry, 59, what is it? 59, yeah, 59.98. I was out. So 59.98. So basically a little bit under that weight. Okay. But my original target was here. And the reason why I came out a little bit earlier is because uh, of me personally putting my trailing stop. Okay, because my trade manager, the ICQ trade manager, fortunately was not set up correctly on my end, so I had to do it manually. But if you have access to the product, make sure to have the trade manager um, on in alignment with Enigma, so that way you're still in the trade and continue with the sell. Because as you could see, if we continue, so you would still be in. Personally, I would still be in the trade currently, but it would point back up on my original trailing stop here. But I was already out in the market at that price. But as you could see, it was a smooth, good downtrend trade. So hopefully you had the chance to take that trade here if you're on our community. If not, make sure to click the link in the description box of this video to start trading with the elevated FX. So first you're able to create a free account and look at the replay of our trade house sessions and look at the back office. And if it makes sense for you, you can always join and you could ask questions here on our Discord group if you have any questions on how it works and everything like that. So, and you're gonna see if you look at the profit zone, I'm just gonna show you the profit zone here. We have a lot of testimonials here on people using the product, and we had here Tuashan, so Tuvi, that was on the trade house session that we had on Wednesday, showing how the trade manager really works. It's really first time using the trade manager, and that's the profit that you have here. Okay, regardless if it's demo or not, if the product works on demo, it's gonna work on live. So, so that's good. Perfect. Okay, so that was a win, really good win here. So let's look. I'm just gonna go back on our FX setup. And even though we first, if you want to have access to FX setups and especially the trade manager and the computer traders, okay, make sure to upgrade on the discovery package for now, because the trade manager maybe will be going on another product level here that will be mastery. Okay, so make sure to lock in at the 697 price range to have access to it right now, because the price may change and the product options may change here in the near future. So let's look. What's going on here? Give me 2 seconds. What's going on here? Okay. So let's look at the next setup. So we had NAS and NZD CAD. It's a NAS. Shout out to NAS. NZD CAD for sell. So NZD CAD. NZD CAD for sell. And that was at midnight, so 4 hours ago. So let's do another replay. All right. Perfect. Okay, so basically when the alert comes out, the actual entry price is from the previous candle. Okay, so that means that if for this example we had NZD CAD that was a sell that was called out at midnight. So basically the 11 p.m. Eastern Time candle was the candle that triggered the alert. Okay, so like I said, again, you have the option to get in at market execution at the price of that entry candle, or you could put a pending, depending exactly on your on the process that you have here for your trade. So let's continue and see how the trade played out. But that was a good setup too. So here you had TP1 that was hit 2 hours after. Okay. Now, this is where we're at right now. Okay. So far, this trade is playing out well. So, depends exactly on how you manage your position. If you take partial at TP1, let's say, and you write the rest, or you hold on to the trade and you just secured some profit, continue in the downside. That's really your option here. Just give me 2 seconds. Issue with my computer. What's going on here? Okay, perfect. So let's continue on. So next we had USD ZAR. For a buy. So that's a good setup for a buy here. Smash TP. So let's go and look at the replay. So this trade was sent out here at 1 a.m. So that means that the midnight candle would be the one that give the entry and the TP zones. So that candle, so that's the midnight candle that gives you the setup. Okay. So here you have the entry and the TPs and the stop loss. So it's really exactly what you see here. So that's the exact pricing that we had here. Let's continue. So here, after an hour, so you would still be in profit here, and then on the 2-hour candle, it smashed TP1 and TP2, almost TP3. Now the 3-hour candle, the 3-hour candle had hit TP3 here, okay, and even there's a continuation here on the current candle. So far we have good setups here that was sent out, and now we add GBPUSD for sell and your odd for buy. So let's look at GBPUSD for sell. Boom. So let's look here at this setup, and that was a good setup too. Oops. GBPUSD. So basically, yeah, GBPUSD that was set out a trade here at 10. Let's look to see if we had something at 10. Yeah, that was okay. Well, let's look here at this one. Okay, so we had here the entry price that was at 2 for an entry. Then you have the current setup here, and I always say that sometimes you're gonna have some setups that will be sent out here automatically on the FX setup channel, but you have to make sure that you set up your own alerts here on your own trading view. Reason why is that sometimes there'll be some slippage on the alert to be sent out in the channel, but you're gonna miss those type of move here. Okay, so make sure to set up your alerts on your own trading view. If you don't know how to do it, there will be there's a video in the back office here showing you how to do it. And it's really simple. You just have to go on your Enigma AI in TradingView, and then set up your alert on the chart that you want to use. Okay, so it's really simple to do. So you could add an alert here, create an alert, and set up the alert here to be sent out to your phone or to any other software. Let's see. Perfect. Then you have your odd. Let's look at what it is right now. Your odd. And that one was for a buy. Let's close. Okay, so this one here is not showing at all. So we're just gonna maybe do some updates on that to see exactly what's going on that. But Me personally, I do not look at the actual chart. Okay, the Enigma chart. Okay, like the chart with Enigma included here. Why? Because uh, I'm not me personally. I do not like to trade on a computer. I like to trade on my phone based on the setups that I have. Okay, and my thought process here is to look at where we're at in the market to see exactly if we have any imbalance here in the market that the price wants to go, and if it align with my trading plan. Okay, so this setup would be a good setup for a buy based on the continuation here that has. We had a lot of exhaustion in the market here, especially with those two candle here. So there's a big imbalance here that maybe that is going to go up and then continue down and then continue up. But this trade is a good trade so far. As you could see, though it sold off and then it's pushing up here. So we're at what 430. So it could continue going up. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's look. So we had question here. Which Enigma version do you use? 1.0 or 1.1? So okay, so okay, so the version that I use is 1.1. Okay. Why? Because this is the version that is sent out in the FX setup. And me personally, I use the FX setup trade alerts on my phone to be sent out here, and that's what I trade on. Okay, so you could look at version 1.0 or 1.1 to see exactly the actual difference here between those two, but they're somewhat you're gonna have like a lot of setups if you use both of them. Okay, but me personally, I do not trade for quantity of trades. I trade for quality of trades. Okay, so like this week, for example, I only took like uh, 4 trades all week, and three of them lost. Okay, and between those three that I lost, two of them were personal loss because I made some mistake on my end, and that's not Enigma's fault. It was my fault. But the one that I won, like the only one that I won was the GCAT trade that was called at 11. Okay, and if you were on a trade house session, uh, our CEO and basically what we were saying was that even though you're a profitable trader will not will not win maybe less than half of his trade. Okay, it's only how to manage your trades and to have a bigger risk to reward. And that's a good example with me because I only won 25% of my trade all week, but compared from last week to this week, my my profit is higher. My risk to rewards was higher than last week because this trade I did, I think, at least uh, maybe 4% of my account only on one trade, and that's a video that I'm gonna be sharing you guys maybe in a couple of days. That I'm gonna do because that 4% I did that in less than an hour. Okay, so you have a lot of potential here to do with Enigma and all of the tools that we have here at EFX. So make sure to lock in and get on with the software here. Perfect. So if you have any questions here now, we should ask them. Currently, there's no setups. I've just reviewed all of them. I'm just gonna plug in my charger for my computer. Perfect. So if you have any questions, just drop them in the comment section, and I'll be glad to answer them. If not, we're just gonna wait at 5 to see if we have any setups, and then that'll be it for this session. And for those type of session on London on Thursday, uh, it's between 3 and 5, 3 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So depending exactly on how the market goes, um, we could do a 2 hour session, or it could be a 1 hour session. It could be a 30-minute session. It depends. Okay. But today, especially, I had an issue with my setup here on my end, so that's why we didn't start at 3. We only started at 4. But if we were at 3, we would have had saw those two setups that came in and made profit. But if you already up and saw those and took them, congrats. Should be in the green here currently. And if you're not on our Facebook page, follow our Facebook at DreDayFX, and we have Instagram DreDayFX, and we have a community here in Discord that is DreDayFX. So when you join DreDayFX, you're gonna have access to it. Even though you're a free member, you're gonna have access to the profit zone and the testimonials. And if you want to have access to the bootcamp that is specifically for our funded account people that want to trade on funded account, make sure to be on under the mastery um, to have access to it. But even with Enigma even with Enigma only, you're gonna be ahead of the game compared to most of the retail traders that are out there. Perfect. So let's. And another thing here, I know that a lot of people are using my weekly COT update. So those are basically, if you're the first time viewer, if you this is the commitment of traders, so you're gonna have access to it's gonna say close. Perfect. You're gonna have access to the pair to be looking for the week. Okay, so if you wanna look at the commercials, and decide exactly. So basically, it's an analysis of the futures. So the currency itself. So how to set a, how because basically forex is a combination of two currencies together. Okay, so we have to analyze, let's say, euro, the yen, uh, uh, the DXY, so the USD, NZD, the Canadian dollar, CAD, and so on and so forth. You have to analyze them separately, and then you combine the two. That gives you forex. Okay, so every week. I do that for our members, and I do send them personally here on my YouTube channel. Eventually, I'm gonna do some live for that to show you guys how to do it. But every week I do the weekly COT, and I give you exactly the pairs that I'm personally looking at, and the ones that you may want to consider trading. And secondly, you have another section that is the big mover. So this is only the future um, pair. Sorry, not the future pair, but the future currencies separately. That based on the commitment of traders are moving will be moving a lot. Okay, so you had euro, you had the British pound, yen, odd, and CAD. Okay, and one of the reason that I took the GBP CAD trade is because of this, because I put them in my big movers, and as you saw, the GCAD trade that we analyzed in the beginning, it was a good trade. Okay, and most of the time you're gonna have those set up here roughly between the end of the day. So let's see. You have another question. I'm not doing. Do you think I can be profitable just following the setup call for Discord? Yes, and I'll show you exactly why I say yes. Uh, I'm gonna go on my. I do. I'm currently doing a challenge with the FTMO. You could. I'm just gonna put up my credentials. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Perfect. So uh, bear with me. I'm just gonna. Perfect. Okay. So currently I'm in the FTMO challenge, and if you are new, um, you may not have seen my video that I did on it. Basically, I passed the FTMO challenge here in basically 8 days. So 8 days, I already uh, had the target here of $1,000 for 30 days, but I did that in 8 days, only using the Enigma signals. And I'm just going to show you my matrix here. So this is only Enigma trades, okay? And you're gonna see the minimum trading days is 10 days, but I passed it 2 days before. So, but I had to wait another 2 days to uh, to fully pass the challenge. But you're gonna see the maximum drawdown that I daily loss that I had, okay, really minimal, and the maximum loss here is 1,000 that is allowed, and I only have 258. and the profit target here is 10% of the balance here in 30 days. Okay, and I did it in 8 days. Okay, and currently I'm in. Oh, I'm just gonna go back here, and it says pass, so it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not a game here. So, and those are my matrix here, and I only took 15 trades. But from those 15 trades, I had maybe one, two, three. Okay, so I had three trades that I only did because I wanted to get the minimal days requirement. Because at that point, I already passed, but I had to put two trade in to get the minimum of 10 days. But on those 10 days of trading, I had 3 days here that I put just some micro lots just to make to get past. But it's only basically I did like 12 trades here, 12 actual trades that I took based on Enigma. And you see the expensity and the winning rate and the profit factor. But me, I'm more aggressive here on my lot size. It's been years that I trade, so just trade accordingly on your style. And right now I'm in the verification phase. So basically, it gives you 60 days to pass the verification phase, and your profit target is half of what is in the challenge. So right now, the profit. So basically, to pass the verification, I would need to have $500 to pass. And right now, I'm at basically I'm less than $20 remaining. Okay, to pass the challenge, and I have until June 3rd to pass it. Okay, so for sure I'm gonna pass it in the next few days, maybe next week. So we'll see. But yeah, so Enigma does work, and you're gonna be profitable with Enigma for sure. Okay, so let's we have the trade manager. Okay, yeah. So in like for sure, if you have the trade manager in conjunction with the Enigma, you're gonna be golden for sure. Here also, if you want. Exactly. So for the trade manager, if you want to have basically if you want to do a pending order, it's you have to put 0.01. Okay, and to have a pending order. But if you want to have market execution, it's 0.02. Okay, so you're gonna enter, and then you put your stop loss and everything, and put 0.02, and it's gonna do a market execution for you. All right, perfect. So let's look at the CAD. Okay. So as you can see, for CAD CHF, uh, there was a step here, basically at midnight for a buy, and that was a good buy. Okay, if I if I if I saw it, I would have taken it, but I only focus on one pair at a time because the give me 2 seconds. All right, no problem. No problem. So Okay, perfect. Yeah. So yeah, so you have to look at the me personally, like I said, I only look at one pair at a time. Okay, because I want to make sure that this setup works and that my decision on entering the trade makes sense for me. So that's why I do not take multiple trades at the same time. Uh, my actual routine is I trade on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursday. I do not trade Mondays. Okay, basically Monday GMT. So basically Tuesday start at 8 p.m. Eastern time, my time. So basically Monday night I do trade, but it's considered as Tuesday. Okay. So basically Sunday night till Monday New York session, I do not trade. And then Asian session Monday, this is when I start to trade because I want to make sure that the actual weekly candle starts and see exactly where we're going in the market to make to have to so I could get a decision here on where I'm going to do overall with the market, and that's why I do my COT analysis here over the weekend, so I prepare myself for the week. And let's say if I do not have any trade setup that makes sense for me for the week, I do not trade, right? So you don't need to force anything to trade, especially when you have Enigma. So you just have to follow your rules, and you're gonna be profitable here. And as I showed you with my FTMO challenge, I just followed my rules. I didn't take a lot of trades, and I was profitable. Okay, so and right now I only have maybe like I said, less than $20 to remaining on the challenge to pass it for the verification. But so that means I'm gonna have a fully funded account, a 10K account fully funded that I can trade on and make profit on it. Okay, and you could do it for what a 10K account could be, a 100K account, $1 million account. If you use the actual tools that we have here, you're gonna be in the green or in the blue. Okay, and that's what I'm looking to do is to get other funding account and do the same. Okay, and you could do the same too. Okay, so I'm not special. I just took a lot of years to learn how to trade, to have an actual plan in trading. So that's why I'm able to get those type of results. But with Enigma, this learning curve will is cut really more than half because you don't need to pull up the chart and then set up your lines and everything like that. It's done for you. It's giving you the entry and the take profit zone targets that needs to be met. Okay, and you just have to follow them. That's a really nice setup. Let's see. Let's look at USD CAD. Maybe we're gonna have some move in London, and those are already markups that were done here. So disregard them because those are the zones that are really important. But and that's, as you can see, there was a big imbalance here in the price. So I'm pretty sure it's gonna go back up and maybe continue down, or this move was considered as the last down downward move here for the trend, but we'll see. Perfect. So in about 6 minutes, we will see if we have any setups that will be sent out here with Enigma. And once again, if you're not a member yet, make sure to click the link in this description box of this video, and just join. And based on what we reviewed here so far, you see that the setup works, the actual system works, and we're never going to guarantee you that all of the trades will go your way. Okay. But if you have an actual framework of trading, you're going to be able to minimize your losses and maximize your gains here with Enigma. Okay, so okay, let's see. Okay, so let's just gonna wait a few minutes. So the 5 a.m. Eastern Time candle is formed to see if we have any setup. So I'm just gonna stop sharing here for a few minutes. So I'll get back on in about maybe 2-3 minutes. I'm just gonna take a little break and come back in and see if we have any setups, and then we're gonna close this Trade House London session. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, so I'm back. So we have less than a minute here remaining for the current candle. So I'm just gonna go back on the FX setup channel to see if we have anything that's gonna come in, and it's really like precise. Like at the top of the hour, it's gonna scan the market for uh, for everyone and give you the entries here if there's any. So let's see if we have anything at 5. So so 5 a.m. So no. So for now, there's no setup currently. Okay, perfect. So for now, there's no setup. So every hour, like I said, um, Enigma will send out the alerts based on if you're following the FX setup channel here on our Discord chat. But like I said, you could always set up your own setup here from on your trading view. It could be for 3 minute time frame or 1 hour time frame. Okay, you decide, and you're gonna receive those alerts here directly here. Okay. So on that note, we're gonna close this trade house session, and hopefully you saw some value here on the video. So make sure to click the link in the description box below if you want to create your free account and see exactly the trade house replay that we have with our CEO and Sus and me, and you're gonna see exactly how the system works and exactly what I show you right now, and just lock in and get some profit with us. Okay. So on that note, I wish you a wonderful uh, rest of the week, and we're gonna come back here as Thursday London session between 3 and 5, but it should be at 3 for next week because yeah. So we'll see that. So have a great day.